Hi, welcome to the NFL Stock Exchange, the only online platform in which you can buy an NFL-based stock. Let's log in and see what the portfolio looks like. You can see we're currently in two positions. You can see our best performer is the Atlanta Falcons, no bias intended, and our worst performer is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. You can see that our total P&L is about above $500, and I'm going to pass it on to Maheen to go over the stock's performance.
Thank you, Ben. Now, as we head over to the market page, we can see the beauty of this application come to fruition. Now, the idea is that at the end of each season, a person gets a payoff based off how well a team does in the playoffs. Now, we're able to get playoff probabilities from a Kalshi API, which we're able to get requests from. And this API essentially drives consumer demand, which then helps us determine the price by interacting supply and demand and determining market equilibrium. Now we can see here that we have a bunch of different teams. We have 8 different ETFs representing the divisions, and then we have 32 different teams. And it makes sense. When we look at a team like the Buffalo Bills, for example, they have a very high price because they have a high probability of making the playoffs and therefore a high payoff. And so the price to buy, to invest in that team is going to naturally be very high. Now let's say we want to invest in a team like the Atlanta Falcons. We can set a quantity, and if we want to do a buy order, we can buy 15 shares of the Atlanta Falcons. We can place this buy order, and it'll go through such as long as we have enough money in the account. Now I'm going to pass it off to Rashid to talk a little bit about the portfolio.
Thank you, Maheen. And now we will look at the portfolio page. As we can see here, we can see all of the holdings that we have recently bought and their performance. Additionally, we can see our performance stats on the top right here. So essentially, we can see that the prices are dynamically changing. Every 5 seconds, they get updated to reflect the new market value based on users selling and buying more stocks. And we can have updates every minute all the way to a week and all. And now I'll pass it over to Ishan to talk about the live data page.
In the background of this game, there are 4 machine learning models ongoing. An XGBoost model, a light gradient boost model, a random trees model, and lastly, a logistic regression model. So with these together, they make stuff that is very nuanced feel like very obvious when you see that win probability move left or right. Now, you may have noticed that bright flash on the screen. That is because the game's getting close, and we feel a comeback coming from the Rams. So while there, you can see you can back the Rams because it's a comeback. So we buy it. Wow, we put a bet on. Now, we're nearing the end of the game, and the win probability is moving from 70 to 50%. There's almost no chance that even you could get it. And we've also shut down the window as well, so that people can't go and maybe who have a higher latency try to fraud the game. Finally, the game comes to an end, and the Rams win it 27 to 24. Here's the problem. The Niners